And this one is a competitive game where players are trying to be the first to cross the finish line in a biathlon, and each player is going to be playing as a unique athlete with their own strengths and weaknesses, and each player is going to be starting with a hand of cards that they're going to be using to take their actions. Each round, players are going to be choosing one of these cards from their hand to play, and this is going to be first determining the turn order, but then secondly, each of these cards is going to offer two sets of actions to choose from, and players are going to be going in that turn order, and when it gets to your turn, you're going to choose one of those action sets to activate. The actions that you choose are going to determine how many movement points you get, and more movement points does normally correspond with raising your pulse. This is not a good thing because part of the biathlon does include aiming and shooting at targets, and if you do have a higher pulse, that's going to be more difficult for you to have that precision. Shooting those targets is handled through dice rolling, of course, with higher requirements for those dice if your pulse is higher. Of course, there is also the weather to worry about, and each of the cards will grant you with some amount of management of the wind, which does also affect your aiming when you're firing the rifle, but it also can affect your skiing. But the game continues like this, with players choosing a card each round and then taking those associated actions, rolling the dice when they get to the portions for the firing range, and the first player to cross the finish line wins the game. And if you want to check this one out, I will have it linked down below.